morning, people. It is your boy Clouds P. Excuse my voice, I am a bit ill, but we are here in Liverpool for another episode of Seasons Football Away Days. Today we are going to Everton against Chelsea. As you may know, some of the boys are actually Chelsea fans, so we are sitting in the Chelsea end today. So let's get this day started.
Today's breakfast. Familiar face. Familiar faces. How you feeling? How you both feeling? You're both Chelsea fans, so you know.
I'm a meat sweat, man.
I'm very excited. I'll get to see Jorginho play for the first time, so I'm excited.
What's your fucking
No, I've watched him, but I've not seen Jorginho on the sideline.
Right.
So with this being the first stop off of the day though, what are you having for breakfast?
Full English, but vegetarian.
Full English.
Mum, if you see this, it's vegetarian.
We'll show them the food when it comes out, I promise. He's quiet. What's your plan for breakfast today?
Breakfast item different. Panini with turkey, bacon and cheddar.
And the tea.
And a tea, but look at this.
Half breakfast?
No thanks.
Yes,
Any ketchup or brown sauce?
They're bougie.
Proper posh. Proper bougie.
So that's the first dish. As promised, it is a vegetarian breakfast.
Yes, it is. Pass test.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
And that one's gone.
You yum that quick, bro.
And last but not least, Liam's panini.
That looks alright.
You happy with what you see?
Not the salad, but it's alright.
We'll have a taste test soon.
That's a honey mustard dressing as well, so could be a thing. Could be a thing.
Send the addy, we gon' slide.
Park. Nice little walk. We lost the other two.
You're wearing red though.
We found him. He didn't join our cab.
Nah.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm pumped, mate.
What do you think the
Can't
score's
wait.
going to be?
I said in the cab with these, it was going to be around 3-0. We need a clean sheet.
Who's scoring?
Tammy, Mount, and Tammy again.
Brilliant. Boys, behind me.
Yes.
Can you see? Yes, you can't see me because I'm short, but you know, we move. Scores today, lads.
I think Everton's going to lose because of Sadio Mane.
Sadio Mane.
Okay.
Are you serious?
I'm being serious.
3-1 Chelsea.
Liam, I know you don't support either team, but you still have an opinion.
Yeah, as I said to Adnan just now, I think Everton's going to struggle with the whole Marcus Silva situation. Duncan Ferguson just coming in, so it'll be a bit difficult. I think it's going to be a slow start, but it's going to end to about 3 or 4-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 3-1 Chelsea. Don't know, I think Chelsea too good for Everton. Obviously, Lampard's playing good football. The boys, the young boys. Transfer ban has just been lifted. Liam's got his opinion on that and the young players, but we'll leave that for another day. But yeah, I think 3-1 Chelsea. I think Tammy's definitely going to tuck this morning, this afternoon. So
this afternoon.
we'll see how it goes. Obviously, we'll keep you updated as much as possible. And
All I'm saying is, Tammy is bricking it right now. So hopefully, as much as I hate Chelsea, I hope he does well.
Jovic's coming. January. Jovic. Boy. Come through.
Boys, 1-0 at half time, Everton winning. Opinions?
We don't want to shoot, we're not attacking enough.
Yeah, we're not fucking
think doing anything right now.
This guy's coming.
Every time they fucking cross the ball in the box, we get scared. We start shivering. Our defence is not good enough. We need Jorginho on, and we need Tamori at the back.
Are you lot still confident in a Chelsea win?
I hope so. Yeah, hopefully they can turn it around second half.
So this is like a famous route to walk from Goodison all the way to Anfield, or from Anfield to Goodison.
However, boys, I want to ask you a question. Do you not want to talk about the football now, or do you want to wait until we get in and have like a proper sit down?
I don't mind, because I'm actually, even though I lost the scores and
We'll wait till we have a proper sit down.
We'll have a mini pod.
We'll have a mini pod, basically.
We'll have a mini pod.
I'm actually quite happy.
Alright.
We'll have a mini pod.
You're dressed for the occasion, isn't it?
Nah, sorry. See you later. We'll call you anyway. And Goodison's behind there. Goodison. Anfield. Goodison. Anfield. Book. We have arrived at Anfield. Guys, which side do you look for?
I can't really answer that right now, but I think the colours of my clothes.
What stadium you prefer? This one or?
Oh, definitely Anfield, but obviously we haven't been in this one.
Yeah, you can only talk about the outside, the exterior.
You can see the difference though, right, where they renovate the stand.
Alright, lads, it's quite comfortable. I want you lot's opinions on the game. We're back home now, as you can see. At home probably isn't the best term because this is where we're staying in Liverpool. Chelsea have just lost 3-1 to Everton. I guessed the correct scoreline. I just didn't guess.
Who would get there?
Yeah.
On the winning
I think for everyone, I think it was not expected. But I just want you lot's kind of opinions on the whole game. Whilst we hear the cans and bottles outside.
Liverpool's an industrial city, you know what I mean? Just gotta get used to it.
That's a good point. That was an industrial performance from Everton.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best way to put it. Very, very strong, very, very valiant effort. However, the game was poor throughout. There wasn't a lot of...
Yeah, the technical quality didn't show in that game.
No,
it was
none
just,
whatsoever.
It was just back and forth football, and Everton smashed us in the mouth pretty much. Every attack they got.
Yeah.
Like Chelsea, first couple of minutes, in control of possession, whatever. First attack,
Yeah.
Everton goal. They wanted it more. They were fighting for every second ball. I can only say about 2 or 3 players for Chelsea really wanted to play today. That's about it. Away fans were class.
Yeah.
Gotta give it to the fans.
Away fans were good. Decent throughout, regardless of the result. Everton a really, really quiet fan base.
Yeah.
I expected there to be a lot more noise
But the moment they score, it's like,
Yeah.
the stigma erupts. It's crazy.
Yeah, but that's the difference. Like, for example, the Chelsea fans, regardless of the result, regardless of the situation, they were constantly making noise.
And that's a lot of people say Chelsea don't have a good fan base, but like there's proof. Like we've seen it. Proof
Because
in the
it was
pudding.
it was an away game as well. And we
Yeah.
wanted to kind of show them up. And even when we were losing 2-1 and
Yeah.
1-0, we still tried to show up. And
You know what's crazy as well? Like, one thing I noticed is there's a lot of Scouse Chelsea fans. You know how we banter people in London for being United fans and that, but it kind of happens up north as well.
Yeah.
There were Scouse Chelsea fans, so it was a bit weird. But all in all, I think like that was just poor performance. Standout players for Chelsea, Kovacic being the best person on the pitch.
Yep.
He shot and scored. We had like 1 or 2 shots max.
well,
And
not on the pitch. I think best player for Chelsea. Yeah.
yeah.
Kante, he could have stopped
Kante,
it. He stopped how many counter-attacks?
Yeah. It wasn't like one of his best performances, but
Played decent.
you're always going to get a 7, 8 out of 10 from Kante, innit? And that was one of those ones. That's from Chelsea's end. That was pretty much it, to be honest.
Tammy got bullied. Hudson-Odoi didn't do much when he got.
Tammy didn't win one ball in the air.
Nothing.
Keane
Michael
had him in his
Keane-
pocket.
Michael Keane, big performance.
He ate Tammy up.
Every single header was Michael Keane's. It was unbelievable.
Tammy's probably going to think about the performance for a little while. Honestly.
However, although Tammy didn't have the best performance ever, he actually came up to the away fans, gave one of them his
Yeah, he
shirt,
was saying
apologised.
sorry, yeah.
He said it was poor from him, which was very, very respectable. You could tell he lives and breathes the club,
Yeah, it's
which
class.
is so important, especially for like he is Chelsea's new number 9, regardless of people like it or not. He will be Chelsea's main man up front. So, yeah, happy. Although the performance was bad, I'm glad he had that reaction.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Clapped off the away fans, everything. So that was brilliant. Let's talk about Everton for a bit.
Okay.
I think it's only fair because they did win. Like I said, it was a very industrial performance, but it worked. They had a specific game plan. They executed it amazingly, and Chelsea just couldn't do anything about it. Like, their press was strong, was firm. Richarlison winning free kicks left, right, and centre. Like, the players couldn't hack him. What else? Who else was like major? Obviously, we spoke about Michael Keane. Pickford can kick a ball as far as
Anywhere he wants. Anywhere he wants. He could kick it from Liverpool to London, and it will on a
Calvert-Lewin played well as well.
Yeah, ran everyone down. Richarlison, do you say Richarlison?
Yeah.
I just don't think Chelsea expected
that sort of performance.
Yeah, and they didn't expect Everton to show up like that.
Yeah.
Especially with a new manager and all that.
Yeah, if I feel like Christensen wasn't suited for that game, tomorrow he should have played because Everton were long balling a lot.
Do you have the same opinion in regards to 10 years old? Do you think that game wasn't? Because that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I think maybe a Giroud, more physical player, more pin himself against the defender, would have probably suited the game. But I don't think Chelsea expected Everton to come out with that sort of... Because under Marco Silva, that wasn't necessarily a play style.
Yeah.
Obviously, Duncan Ferguson's coming, he's like, you know what, just play to your strengths. Calvert-Lewin's an absolute unit.
He's an amateur.
Michael Keane, absolute unit. Do you know what I mean? Even Richarlison's really well built. Do you know what I mean? For a wide player as well. Sidibe as a right back, massive. Do you know what I mean? Like Schneiderlin midfield, winning headers. Sigurdsson plays number 10 and he's an absolute unit. Do you know what I mean? So it's just Chelsea just couldn't hack it, and that's all you can really say, to be honest. It was a disappointing performance. Bearing in mind, like from London to Liverpool is like a 4-hour drive.
Yeah.
You come all that way, you lose. But in all fairness, if you play that bad, you deserve to lose.
Yeah.
I think like point blank period. That's all I can really.
It would have been better. It would have been great to see Jorginho today because we would have probably slowed down the tempo. He didn't play him against Villa as well, Frank. I don't know.
Saving him for the
midweek.
I hope so. Imagine he doesn't. But
however, we were saying that like to break down a team like Everton, because Chelsea were playing balls in the air against massive players.
Yeah.
Like you needed a player like Jorginho to come on and kind of distribute the play on the floor. Do you know what I mean? Because as good as Kovacic is and was today, his distribution isn't a Jorginho distribution, and that's the one thing he lacks. Do you understand? But in terms of like dribbling and getting out of tight spaces and progressing the play, like he's amazing. It's just he needed someone like Jorginho next to him, where he could then like distribute play accordingly.
As an Arsenal fan, what do you think of the away day fans?
Get a bit low.
Good vibe. Hi guys. Yeah, good vibe from the fans. It was all quite positive, apart from one or two idiots in the
I'm pretty sure there was one Chelsea fan that was fighting the steward.
There was 2 arguments with stewards, and then there was a fight kicking off at the edge by the Everton. But anyway, it was a interesting game to watch. Everton players are just tanks.
Yeah, pretty much all they were.
Engines. They worked hard. They pressed well, but in an out-and-out footballing perspective, they played awful.
Both teams.
Chelsea as well were just awful. I was pretty surprised because you think seeing them live would be like wow, like they play all this football. It wasn't good to watch.
Yeah.
But like, if it was a typical English football performance.
Yeah, 100%.
Like it was just strong, tough, going in for the hard challenges. I got the score around half right.
3 or 4-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
3-1, but it was.
Everyone pretty much said either 3-1 or 4-1.
I said
3-0 Chelsea.
I did not expect them to come out like they did Everton.
Richarlison, I gotta commend you. Even though there were some fouls were very questionable, you brought
just knows how to win them, innit?
Yeah. However, you as a striker did absolutely amazing today. You chased, you won, you tried to win every header.
Scored.
You defended on the counter attack. You did everything. You scored. You deserved.
Yeah.
That was a man of the match performance from you today. As Chelsea fans, all we can do is commend Everton for their performance because. At the end of the day, if you were to say there was a team that should have lost, it definitely would have been Chelsea.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. And you lot deserve the win.
They were good tactically in the game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They came there with a game plan. Chelsea thought they could play their normal thing. It just didn't work. Everton stuck to what they believed was correct, which was high pressure, counter attack, and just win like physical. It's like we keep on going back to Keane because Keane's performance was just imperial. Wasn't it? Like he was just the typical
old school centre back.
Like old school centre back. He's big. He wins his headers. He's tough. Like I just think Tammy wasn't ready for it because Michael Keane pretty much man-marked Tammy. So when the ball was played over the top, it was always Tammy and Keane, and Tammy just couldn't win anything.
At all.
And do you know what I mean? Like it was just too much.
Even when it looked as if Tammy was going to win the header, Keane won it.
Yeah,
that's how it was.
And Tammy's quite good with his feet, so I don't know why we didn't play it.
It was weird, it was very
everyone
weird.
just took too long on the ball in the final third. They thought, oh, here's a chance to make them turn back and pass, and then there was another pass, and then they lost the ball. Like there was a lot of times where they had that extra edge where they could have got a shot off, and they're deciding to pass, which
no shots whatsoever.
It was ridiculous. I saw like 3 or 4 shots maybe in total today from Chelsea.
If even that.
Yeah,
and one of them was a goal.
Yeah, they didn't even test the keeper.
The first shot was the goal.
Let's just talk about Christensen as a topic, as a whole.
On merit right now, he doesn't deserve to be starting.
Yeah, I don't think he should start.
Tomori has done nothing to prove that he should be taken out of the starting lineup as of right now. Especially with Rudiger coming back, I don't see why Christensen should be in our back four. Like, I've always said, the best I've ever seen Christensen is when Chelsea played 3 at the back with 3 centre-backs because he's protected either side. However, today, there's been countless times where he just doesn't. He looks scared.
How about not playing forward? He was playing a lot side to side, playing backwards. I think Chelsea needed
He's not
that.
confident, right?
Yeah. 100% confidence is lacking. Second thing I want to talk about is Kepa. I still highly rate Kepa. However,
stinker today though.
Yeah, there was like, especially the one that went through his legs. Do you know what I mean? Like
he gave the pass away.
It was the pass. The pass was given away.
Silly decisions.
But then we look at those, but then there's been times
when he saved us.
He saved us a couple of times.
Exactly. That's why I kind of wanted you lot to throw out there to the people, because people are quick to judge and they only look at negatives.
Yeah, he actually saved.
Although Kepa did have 1 or 2 negatives today, there has been games and situations where he saved the team.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Villa made that good save.
He really reminded me of a Szczesny. Really, like it was just that great spurts in the game, but then the mistakes that just cost us.
Throughout the game, though, like a lot of people won't see it because like they're only gonna watch highlights now from now on. But like this is one of his games where it was like he was the best, where he claimed the ball as well in the corners. So I've personally never seen that much from Kepa. Like because Everton just kept piling on the crosses, long balls in the corner. Kepa actually had to step up and claim the ball a couple of times. So
and just crazy, like we see him on TV. Well, I've seen Kepa before live, innit, but he's not as short as people think he is.
Yeah.
He's obviously short for a keeper. Like he was dominant in the air as well. He firm catches, just 1 or 2 things, like he gave a pass away, loaned the pass for the thing, and like through the legs. But other than that, I don't think we can slaughter him too much. He's done too well for us, do you know what I mean? Especially in the Europa League run, remember the penalty shootout, it saves that penalty, do you know what I mean? So
yeah, but at the end of the day, we just got to commend Everton. Well done,
100%.
You lot had a game plan, tactically, you sorted it out, well done.
So on that note, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Liverpool, thanks for having us. Goodison Park, thanks for having us. Well done, Everton, but we're going to leave you there. Guys, thank you so much. Here's to another episode of Away Days. Bow.
I'm all with the whole team. Nah, nigga can't answer calls cause I'm balling.